Hello, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia at the Fuzzy Goat on this overcast, rainy Tuesday. Hope everyone is having a good summer and staying cool. We had some nice rain here, so I'm hoping when I leave work, I'm hoping that the temperatures have cooled down because of the rain. So as you can see, I finished my Misurina. I blocked it and it did, can you get by? Yeah, sorry. It did kind of stretch out a little bit. Not entirely happy with the way the color work is fitting around my shoulders, but that is okay. I also think I may tink back the neck a little bit. Was going to do it, but I thought, let me see what happens when I block it. So anyway, I think I'm gonna just tink that back a little bit. But this is Misurina by Caitlin Hunter using fingering. So I used Foxy Lady, which we actually have some in the sale. Sorry, got something popping up on my phone. So anyway, okay, so I'm gonna sit down and I've got some yarn I was gonna show you that is, Kate came in from market, which is kind of exciting. Okay, there we go. So when Kate and I went to market, we were really focused on getting non-superwash, or at least investigating it a little bit more. We wanted to find something that was soft, and also with some bright colors, maybe even speckles. You can see that these have some very vibrant colors. So this yarn is from Queen City Yarn. Yes, it's from Charlotte, which is where I'm from. And it is a non-superwash sport weight. Let's see, the yardage is 312 yards. And yeah, like I said, it's a sport weight. It's up online now. And I was gonna show you a couple patterns. The reason why I thought I'd show it today was because of my Sellwood that I'm making. Let me pull that out. You can see it. I'm actually using a non-superwash for this as well. Nancy, hello, how are you? So this is the Sellwood from Caitlin Hunter. I'm about to the point of separation. I'm probably gonna make it just a little bit longer than what I think she says 10 inches and a quarter maybe. So I think I'm probably gonna go like around 11, but it's very bouncy. It's now superwash, very bouncy, and sport weight. So this is one of the reasons why I thought I'd show you these today. So I've got a lot of colors here, but we actually have more than that. So if you check it out on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com, let me show you some of those colors. But before I even show you that, I wanted to show you one other pattern. I think I wore this last week. This is Onward and Up. So the top of the pattern is a sport weight, and the little lace that she's got on the bottom, which is kind of hard to see, is actually a fingering. So you could use this Queen City yarn, a lot of classic, I think is what it's called, for this as well. And I also want to mention, so I had challenged myself to wear those magenta pants, and I think I've gotten to 3 weeks. I have at least 2 more weeks, so I had to take a break because did not match the sweater. But next week I'm hoping to wear those again with another sweater. So anyway, let's get back to the Queen City yarn, the Latta Classic, L-A-T-T-A. So this color is Hugo. This is Madeline's color right now, Sundrop. It's not quite as fluorescent as it looks in the picture that I'm seeing. I love this brown. Tobacco, kind of funny. I like these purples, like you could do some kind of a fade or something. Oh, I just love them. This is Thistle. This is Gooseberry. And this one is Velvet. Look at this pink. Yeah, so I've been kind of looking at different patterns to see. This is Paloma. That's a nice pink. I love her red. I've used her red in a fingering weight in a project from a while ago. Very pretty. Scarlet. This one is rusty. What is it? Rusty pickup truck. I love that. I love it like this. Oh man, falling over here. What is this? Teal feather. Kind of reminds me of a peacock. This is blue heron. Another blue here. Cornflower. And then this one. But like I said, we have some additional colors that I just filled the basket up. This is ballet slipper. So check those out. This non-superwash is lovely to knit with. Some of you may be asking what the difference is between superwash and non-superwash. So superwash yarns have had an additional process put on them. It's almost like putting conditioner on your hair. So it lays the hairs down, but it don't recover back. So non-superwash does. So it recovers, you can block it, but it's very bouncy and springy, and it kind of wicks the water away. The first garment that I made was for my friend, the ranunculus. I don't know if y'all remember me making that. And I really enjoyed working with the yarn. It was very bouncy, and I keep using the word bouncy, but that's the best way I could describe it. And even when I blocked it, it got softer and softer. So anyway, so we've got this sport weight. I think we have some other yarns coming in that are also non-superwash. And we were really excited when we were at market to see the vibrant colors. But not only that, I think we found some that had some speckles. So it's been a challenge for the dyers for that, but it looks like they're finding ways to do that. All that kind of fun stuff that we like with indie dye, right? All right, so I showed you the Sellwood, showed you the yarn, talked about my Misurina, and I was going through, I was on Ravelry looking at some other patterns that I could show you for this lovely yarn. And I didn't realize Caitlin Hunter, all the patterns she's had and continues to pop out. Like, I don't realize that they're hers. And I've made several of them. It's kind of fun. All right, so let me look at my list here. Do I want to start? No, I'm just going to start with what I have in my hand here. I showed you the Sellwood. Yes. This one, this is my mango tea. Yeah, okay, my mango tea. So I worked on this. Still have a ways to go. I probably need to go on a longer needle, and I definitely will before I get to the stripes. In fact, I might do that today. I'm kind of working on the raglan, the increases on the raglan. I'm trying to remember how many more I have to go. Oh, I know what it was. So I did put it on, and she kind of tells you, it's kind of that dolmer. What do we call it? I'm saying it wrong. Dolmer? The sleeves that kind of come out. So the most important thing is that you get the width across the chest, which I took it off the needles and I did measure it, and I'm probably going to go just a little bit further. I think that's what I decided to do. 4 more rows with increases on either side of the raglan. So every row would be 4 stitches, right? So that'll give me a little more width through here. Yes, and I did check my gauge again. I've gotten a little better at keep checking that, which I wish I'd done a little bit more in the color work of this sweater, because I think I got a little tighter in the color work. Anyhow, so this is the mango tea fingering weight. So I'm going to do stripes with this, and I'm pretty excited about it. Pretty excited about the colors, so that's why I've kind of been working on it. Yep, and so I got a little bit more to go. Then I'll actually, I think, separate for the sleeves, kind of put the sleeves on hold, and start my stripes. So that she doesn't start the stripes till you separate that, so that's good. Again, that's the Mango Tea by Beth McDonald Stone, that's her name, who lives in, oh my gosh, it just left me, Bermuda. She lives in Bermuda. All right, and then I did work more on I only brought the patterns that I worked on today. So, this week. So this is the Grapefruit Pink Lady by Thea Coleman, Baby Cocktails. So I have, you can't hardly tell. Okay, so if you can tell, I've separated right here, okay? Just a little bit. I've done a few rows, trying to keep the lace pattern in, but I think I've got off, and I think I've got one more knit row in here. I'm not sure it's really gonna matter, especially since it's where I'm separating. So now I'm working back and forth, so I'm thinking it should go pretty fast. Yeah, and I think I'm working on the front. And I measured my diameter, or the width diameter, and it is 40. So it's gonna be a little big, but not too big, I don't think. Yeah, so that's where I am, separated, working on the armholes. I think I've done the shaping there, and then I'm gonna go up and then do the neck shaping. I'm using Senez Garn, the thick, it's a cotton linen viscose blend, but any worsted weight yarn would work for this. And looks like I'm getting ready to finish another ball. That's very exciting. So, okay, so that is the Grapefruit Pink Lady. All right. I worked on, I can't remember what the name of this one is, Lyra top, Lyra. So this is the sleeve. So basically what I'm doing is just increases in the sleeve. Can you see that? Yeah, it kind of shows up nice now. I'm around 50 stitches between my markers for the sleeve. I think maybe 54, and I think each sleeve needs to have 98. So I have quite a bit of increases to go, but luckily every row I increase 2 stitches. So I think by the time I'm done with that, it'll probably be time to separate the sleeves. I'm using the Flaxen Fine for this from Sweet Georgia. It is a lovely, lovely yarn. So it is a fingering, and we should be getting excited. We should be getting some of the DK in, which I'm super excited for that. Okay, and it smells really good because I've been using my balm. All right, also been working on my Salty Tea. This is 29 Bridges, her merino linen. It's a lacy top, as you can see. I need to separate the sleeves on this one too. I'm almost there. I've got, let me show you the chart. So I've done a majority of the chart. Let me show you the Lyra, however I say it. I just love that. So the sleeves are a little wide. So I'll separate there. And then all the fun stuff kind of happens at the bottom here. A little cable situation. All right, so that's that one. But I did want to show you the chart for my Salty Tea. So I'm gonna take it all with me here. Okay, here's the chart. I've done this part, so I have to repeat this 2 times, and you can see I'm more than halfway here. So I gotta finish that and do that one more time. Then I think she has me separate for the sleeves, which is always so exciting to me. Then you can go really fast, you reduce, you know, it's not as big round, but I do like this yarn a lot. I love the way it just kind of gives you that look of linen. It's only 10% linen, so it doesn't seem to bother my hands, which sometimes linen can just make them tired. But it is a fingering weight. And the way it's been feeling lately, I think summer's here forever. It feels like there's no end. So, but I do need to finish some of these summer tops so I can wear them. Okay, which one do I show you next? All right, this is Woodland. This is the steeked cardigan. It is hard to kind of see what's going on here. I know last week, I think I had joined the front, right? And I only have, I think, just a little bit more. Trying to see how this, okay, here we go. A little bit more to go until the front will measure the back, right? And then I'm going to join in the round. And I'll go in the round for a little bit. And as you can see, I've added my steek stitches here. And then I'll start the color work. And then I will, you know, do the ribbing and everything. And then we'll have to do the special stuff for Stinky. It makes me nervous, but also very excited, like just to be doing something new like that. And I just can't wait to get into this color. I think that's gonna make me really happy and make me go really fast. And I don't think, just at a glimpse, the other thing I have to do with this pattern is there's a few charts. Got to figure out how to blow them up so I can see them. Because it just kind of goes around the bottom, right? And I think there's 3 or 4 different charts. Also, that depends on your size that you're wearing. But anyway, that's the woodland. I'm using Pheno for that. Got a lot of fingering projects going on. I think I need to find a sport one. I think I need to find a sport project. Anyway, so the last one I'm going to talk about today, I'm just looking at the clock, so this is really noisy, is my Christmas bell. Okay, so I did work on this last night. Madeline's peeking over. So the blue looks purpley, doesn't it?
It does not look super boring.
Yeah, so yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy with how that's coming out. And now the blue kind of tames down the other colors a little bit, right? So I was just worried I was getting too many colors in there, but this is the, it just makes me so excited, the ornament. And so I thought I was being clever by putting, you know, the gold top. And I'll probably put the gold on the bottom. But anyway, so this is Christmas Bell by Isabel Kramer. Lots of color work. I did make it more difficult by doing the different colors, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, so that is, we don't have it up yet though. We got Emma's pop-up coming, and it should be up by the end of this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe even tomorrow. And that's what I'm using. I'm using Emma's Hella Hank for my main color. But we've got Cadence is at home recovering. Well, she was here today. She's been here Friday, Saturday, and today. But she can't stay all day, so she's at home recovering and working on getting that online. But we also, with the Hella Hanks, we've got some cowl kits, right? What are they called? Goat cowl. Goat cowl, which I'm thinking if, you know, you could use those for also the color work in the sweater. Not this sweater, but this sweater. Anyway, okay, I think that's all I have for you. Like I said, there was a couple sweaters that I didn't get to work on, so I didn't bring them. But hopefully I get to work on them this week now that this is off the needles. And let us know if we can help you, if you need ideas for anything, or looking for putting colors together, any of this stuff together. Let us know. We're happy to send you pictures. And have a great week. Stay cool. And talk to you next week. Bye.